we'll have this discussion.
Discussion? What discussion?
This is a discussion combustion.
Coming to you from Denver, Colorado, this is Discussion Combustion Podcast with your hosts, Kevin Batstone and Arthur Raw.
All right. Discussion Combustion. We're back. Episode 308. We've been chopping it up in here for the last 30 minutes. We should have been recording it the whole time. Almost forgot to hit the damn record button. But one of our favorites, back in the studio 2 years later, fully equipped. Miss AJ, back with us. How are you?
I'm really good, and I'm really happy to be back. I cannot believe it's been 2 years.
Doesn't feel like 2 years, does it?
No, I had to actually go back and look, like, how long ago? I thought it was just last year.
It felt like last year, but no, 2 years.
Oh, my gosh. But last year was 2025. I think it was the hardest year for everybody. I don't know about y'all. I mean, I had a crazy year.
It was a good year for me.
Oh, my gosh.
It was one of my best years.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Why?
We're doing good on this side of the couch.
Yeah, I mean, so my NASCAR podcast is ranked top 5 in the country.
What?
I reunited with the love of my life.
Oh.
So many great things happened in 25. Special K is strong.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't know. 2025 was a really big growth year for me. So obviously it wasn't like good. I had to go through some adversity. But I guess it ended up being good because I did grow. You know, I was kind of like talking about that.
It was like a lesson type year.
Well,
Or adversity.
I don't know how far deep I want to go into this because it's like kind of heavy. But I ended up filing 4 different lawsuits against like my home inspection company,
Wow.
my car lending company. I'm still in one that I don't know if I should say it.
No, don't say it.
Probably
Don't
not.
say it.
No, if you're in litigation, we'll
Okay,
tiptoe
good.
around it.
Good. But so it was a really interesting, hard, but really like high growth year. And maybe that's why it feels so weird.
It was a challenging year. A
Yeah.
lot of obstacles to navigate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting tested.
It was like a year of resilience for you.
Yeah.
And like showed you that you weren't just going to allow things to happen anymore.
Absolutely.
So it seems like it was actually a year of action, but those years can be testing your character, and you might not know if you have what it takes to keep it up.
Well,
So,
I definitely had what it took.
hell
And
yeah.
I'm here. I survived, and I'm thriving, I would say.
You look great.
Yeah, doing some big things.
Thank you. Yeah, go back into the 2 years ago episode. I'm absolutely looking much different and feeling much different.
Clear mind,
Clear mind, clear head.
eating better.
Yeah, eating better. I've got a whole, like, different lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as, like, actually, I don't have the thoughts of, like, man, when I can get back to A, B, and C, because I don't even know what that would be, because I really like where I'm at, what I'm doing, health, wellness, mental health,
Creativity.
creativity, self-trust is really wrapped up in that with, you know, doing my podcast, which I'm really excited for, the AC Pulse. Check it out.
Let's go.
Yes. We'll include the link to that show notes down below. Click on it, hit subscribe.
And it, you know, it really just started because I needed to find an outlet of speaking my mind. And for the first time in my life, I think I found a space where I felt comfortable doing that. And so it's been really empowering. I get to tell my story. No one's telling me how to do it, what to say, when to say it. And it's totally just trusting myself in that endeavor. And then just like, I don't know, a week ago, I published a book called The Artist Code, Power. And it's a grounding, reset, coloring book, but like also affirmations catered to artists so that as artists, we understand like we hold the value. And a lot of times when we approach our work as artists, we feel, or at least I feel, that I need to compromise that. And I don't think that we should, with how much value we hold as artists, the way we create, the way we put out, the way we're so vulnerable. I think we try to, you know, soften it for our consumers, but I think really we need to be harder on our consumers and softer to ourselves. And I think that's really the value that we have as artists. I don't know, just The Studio. Have you guys seen The Studio with Seth Rogen?
No,
I don't think I've seen that one. Huh?
What
Oh my God.
Is it like a series?
It is a series, Apple TV Plus.
Oh, see, I don't have that.
It's really like comedic commentary about the
The
industry.
industry. Seth Rogen's good.
He's really
I like him.
Yeah, I really like him. I like how you can kind of see him as a human because he does his like ceramics and stuff.
Yeah.
But and I'm gonna do a season on it, just kind of like directly sharing what that commentary, or at least my interpretation of the commentary. But he does an episode where he's like on a date and I think she's a doctor, or it's like a gala with a bunch of doctors and they're doing like auction and stuff, and he's like a producer of a studio and they're kind of like downplaying his craft.
Okay.
And he starts to try to like defend his career, and how you guys are doctors and art is everywhere. Art everywhere you go, whatever you do, whatever you see, like you are consumed by art in everyday life. And he says, as an example, is in the hospital, what's the first thing your patient does when they wake up or when they're in their room? They turn on the TV. That's art. That, and so everywhere you go, whatever industry you're in, art and design is a huge fact. I mean, the design of like all of this, right? So anyways, that's my little spiel, is that artists have value. So I put out a book called The Artist Code, and it's just like a code, to follow, and it really expands on everything I've been doing the last 4 going on 5 years with Avant-Garde, just trying to get people to understand their value as an artist and flipping the script of like, we shouldn't be starving. We should be thriving and really prospering because of our art. And I think like media today and like the podcast, the self-independent, self-publishing, the access and the empowerment that we have these days, we should be getting paid more than people are willing to pay.
I would agree with that. I mean, the time is now. We're reaching more eyes and ears than ever before. Before it was like a top exclusive 50 to 100 people that you could watch, listen to. It was a very narrow radio space. It was a very narrow creation space. Now anybody can start a podcast. Hence why we do consulting, in that industry, because this industry is changing rapidly and we're changing with it. So rolling the dice on starting a podcast it takes a lot of work, commitment, and number one, being able to put yourself out there. The first piece of advice I always tell people, you don't need any of my advice because you're being very successful with your project, is be prepared for what people have to say or ignore it, right? So I tell them be prepared because you're going to get bombarded with judgment, hate, disagreements, things of that nature. So that's the being prepared part, but ignore the noise.
Yeah.
That's just, they're keyword warriors. And that's a huge part of what's going on in social media in 2026. Everyone's got an opinion, and it's easy to put it in a comment.
Totally.
You're a POS. I don't like you because of this. Whatever, right? When you put yourself out there as a creator, you're going to get some pushback.
Yeah. I think 2025 for me, that's really what it did. Is it like beat me down so hard that I had to be so vulnerable and raw. And I think I was feeling so much that I just needed some place that it fit.
Yeah.
And not necessarily in a box, but in a way where I could process, I could release those feelings in a very positive, directive way. And
you had that too when you were first on. It just maybe wasn't as channeled as it is now. So we're super excited to be having a new successful podcast in the Denver area.
Thank you.
And we're definitely, we want to build you up and see you succeed because there's space for all of us here. Going back to your point on like the artists and when you were talking about how you felt about there, it made me like remember something that I struggled with creating and seeing my own value as a creator, because sometimes we are so focused on like what we're doing out here that we don't always believe in ourselves all the way and become our own roadblocks. And so one thing that I've been doing and trying to still do, because there's no finish line technically, is romanticizing my life more and like romanticizing my output more. And sometimes that's like an internal conversation because, you know, you don't always want to say everything out loud. It could come off arrogant, like if you're doing positive self-affirmations and stuff. So, like, a lot of that I try to just keep here and, like, keep humble. But having my own value, like what you're saying, I agree that a lot of artists sell themselves short. I've done it before, like, where we, like, way undersell what we're capable of doing, and we're not even putting a value that would be sustainable on ourselves to be full-time artists. So, like, if you're not even putting that own value on yourself to where you believe in yourself enough to ask for that amount, then how's anyone else going to see it? So, like, that's one thing I've struggled with is, like, seeing my own value as a creator and being able to put a big price on it. Yeah, we're over here mixing live.
I've never seen anyone mix a video, audio, 3 different, perspectives live. I always actually remembered that after I left 2 years ago.
Shout out to Roland for great equipment.
It is great equipment. And like podcaster to podcaster, you were talking about how you're going to be editing and you got those new angles.
My God.
Like, we're not doing any of that tonight. It's all done.
I know.
While we're recording.
It's brilliant. And I will say that your point of, like, valuing yourself, seeing, believing, I was just saying that to my mom of, like, I know how capable logically, like, what my skills are, what I've done, what I can do even more so, how I can evolve, the ideas that I have, but to believe it, to actually believe that I am capable of doing all those things is so different than, like, knowing, and it's a huge hurdle to overcome. I work on it daily. It's like a mantra I have to work on.
It's definitely a daily art for sure. I mean, we talk a lot about positive affirmations on this show, manifestation. Art and I, you had a combo about that yesterday. In my personal life, just like believing it so much, believe and achieve, as you used to say. Letting her rip, tater chip, as I say. Going all in, committing to it, and just making it a part of your everyday that you're constantly getting 1% better every day towards, and 100 days will be 100% improved on our craft. So it's just like little engagements like that I think are crucial. Because, look, I mean, life happens. Verizon goes down and I can't communicate with anyone. It's time to adapt and overcome.
Don't worry, I got you. Your panic hardware is right here.
There's a phone somewhere.
You like to romance me too, Art.
I do like to romance Kev. I have a bromance with him.
We've been doing this a long time.
But that's the thing is, like, and like, I like to be humble and be so nice, but sometimes I feel like fuck being soft. Like we got to believe in ourselves and enough to where, because here's the thing, you made the book. You created it. You created your own safe place to express your emotion. So many people have great ideas, but there's no follow through. It's like a flash in the pan, like, oh, wouldn't that be cool if, and then, like, where's the rest? Like, we all think how cool it would be if something happened, but, like, you're actually doing it. I could sense your energy is like, you have this different confidence this time compared to, and it's because you've created the safe place. You're seeing things through, and it's difficult to figure out how things work because we're all living life for the first time. So we're all figuring it out for the first time. And when you're challenging yourself, you're trying to make your life better, you're doing things for the first time. And you're going to make mistakes. And you should, like, there's a mentality shift when you start celebrating the fails. Because you're like, hell yeah, I messed that up, and now I know how to do it better round 2.
You can't take notes on the good stuff. They're already good. So, like, you got to look at your fails, or, I feel like that's a pretty harsh word, but
opportunities.
Your opportunities to evolve and grow, and, like, if you don't have those opportunities, is there anything else that you could do? The good kind of prevents you from continuing.
That's a good point.
The opportunities give you so much more to work with.
It's a great point. Jocko Willink, who's one of my favorites in the podcast motivational space, he's got a whole thing regarding that. And it's one simple word: good. If something is going bad, good. Opportunity to fix it. Didn't go the way we wanted it to, good. Can't afford new podcast equipment, good. More time to get better.
I love that.
Yeah, Jocko's great. That's not my quote.
I also liked how you said you need to romance your life, or, you're trying to romance what you do. And that's a great way to put it. Like falling in love with you, right? And what you do and what you bring and how you bring it.
Yeah.
And also the follow through. Absolutely. I think I was talking to my therapist the other day and I was like, I want to be in the room of the Golden Globes. And I was like really sad that I haven't made it there. But she was like, well, you're talking about like the 0.1%. I was like, but I want to be that 0.1%. But that's also what it takes is like follow through. If you keep following through, you're going to go all the way. There's no way, like momentum has to go somewhere.
Yes.
And you just find your way there.
You do. Where focus goes, energy flows. And that's either in a positive or negative direction. You know, like we talked about with the comments. People are typically just looking at the negative comments and focusing all their energy on that. Or, you know, some other current events that we talked about before the show, right? It's just all about balance, right? Where are we going to channel that energy? What are we going to be consistent with? Because there's been plenty of times. It was so nice over the holiday season to not have to worry about podcasting. I love podcasting to death. It's my favorite outlet. I love it. But it was nice to just take a break from it. Come back rested, recharged, ready to go for a new year. Like that piece is crucial too, I think, because burnout can happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, recovery. Even, you know, I was saying how I like do a whole workout routine now. Your muscles don't grow when you're working out. They grow when you recover.
It's a good point.
So, you know, with podcasting, because you love it so much, it's that much more important that you take a break from it.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think of it that way. I mean, I felt it for sure.
Yeah.
You know, we needed it.
Yeah. I mean, rest is super important, and it's all about the balance. Like, you can't go hard all the time. Like, it's not going to work.
I tried that.
You know?
Full send burnout as a high-functioning alcoholic. I mean, it just wasn't going to end well. I was digging an early grave, not sleeping right, drinking all the time. You know.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I won't say who it is, but I know people who have lost a lot of their friends over the years. They're in an older generation than us because that was like, 70s, 80s. You know, it wasn't really talked about of like health. I mean, Denver has a huge sober scene.
They do.
And we've always been on the what is it? I can't think of the word, but we've always been a very green and clean state. You know, I guess maybe because of the mountains and the like clean air, and you know, we always are like sports, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
like the obesity rate is lower in Colorado than most
by
states.
so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People value fitness here.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, I actually kind of lost what I was saying, but you know, I'm really proud that you got there. It's really important because it could be on the latter end. You could have taken a lot of years off your life.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
The way I was going?
I mean, you probably took some off.
Oh, yeah. Me too. Some of the, I mean...
Well, now that you're on this trajectory,
Yeah.
you're probably going to gain some back.
Yeah, maybe.
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. We're riding the wave. 2026 is looking up. There's big opportunities. So, got to have a clear head for that.
Yeah, it's a great year.
Yeah.
I think for everybody.
We're off to a good start. This is the first episode of Discussion Combustion of
Let's
2026. I mean,
Thanks so much. I felt
Let's
honored.
go.
this is good. This is the right energy, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna-
This is where everyone's going.
Yes.
You know, this is where us as a species, I was having
Species.
Say that 3 times fast.
this is where we're all headed. You know,
Yeah.
the collective is pushing in that direction. I think just like you were saying about like, you know, pushing it hard or going hard all the time, I think we're all learning from each other and realizing the balance and like how we need to have, we don't want one mode, we want 3 modes, you know, and that includes going hard, going soft, and like not the in between.
Yep.
Right?
Well, being productive every day is something I do. And part of being productive is being productive with my rest so that I'm able to tackle everything and get it done. And I will also be productive in being open and honest because I like still struggle with social media and stuff and like scrolling on TikTok for too long. And even though my algorithm is pretty positive,
What is it?
it's like, you know, not drinking booze, motivational stuff,
Dogs.
animals.
Yeah.
Like there might
I
be
got
some
animals.
like shenanigan dumbasses on there, but like I got rid of like all
You gotta
the
have
smut
laughter.
and that kind of stuff. Like it's none of that's coming up.
Yeah, a lot of the
you
dark
know?
arts starts creeping into that social media scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You got to be careful.
even with the more positive algorithm, which I catered, I notice, and I've talked about this a bunch because I still struggle with it, is why I continue to talk about it. But like getting off of the phone and actually using my brain and being present will always yield more benefit than me wasting my time scrolling on a screen. And that's just one area that I need to continue to improve in 2026. But definitely drinking less has been beneficial in 2025. I drank a lot less than most years. And, I've kind of like got a little loose over the past couple days, and I've been suffering from it. For like one fun night, I've been suffering for like days now.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's wild to be,
Lowers your frequency.
Yeah, it does lower it. But like your priorities really do change. Like I'm almost 40 here, and I'm feeling like acting like a 20-year-old is so stupid at this point.
It sounds fun.
Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, it does sound fun, but like it's only because we associate fun times with like an old identity where it used to be fun, but it's not anymore.
What's your new fun?
So handling business, being a good husband. Like I really want to be a good man to my wife.
Everyone just fell in love with you.
I want to be.
They fell in love with him a long time ago.
My wife, her responsibilities are to have fun and look good, and that's like how easy I'm trying to make her life. But showing up for my family and just, the food thing. Like we were talking about, like the 5 staple meals. Like I still have not locked that in. So like that's an area that I need to improve, is like eating more healthy.
I used a ChatGPT. I told it like what I like to eat, and then I said make me a clean like meal prep sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I've been on it since.
See, I think ChatGPT, we can go into a whole conversation there. But it's a tool.
Yeah.
When used as a tool. I did want to make one last point before we move into that on the social media end. It's tough as well when you do what we do. Right? I mean, I'm not a social media guy. I really try to stay off of it. But we still have to be posting clips, interacting with messages. What we do as podcasters, it's tough to not be on social media. So I try to, and then what happens is, right, you go to do, podcast business, and then you get tied into the algorithm.
Scrolling.
You start getting pulled into other shit. I mean, we're all guilty of it, right?
Yeah.
It's okay.
So that's just it's just all about the balance of it. But yes.
Intentionality, right?
Yes.
Like being conscious
Yes.
rather than just like
Doom
numbing
scrolling.
Or like doom scrolling or just not paying attention.
Like I'll give myself 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you go 10 and you're like, shit, I got to get off this.
Yeah, time flies when you get pulled in.
I scroll and I'm like, girl, get off. Get off. Okay, one more. Okay, get off. Okay, I'm off.
Yeah,
It sucks us all in.
The food ones get me because I love chef videos. I just love to see how they put it all together and like watch them take a bite at the end. I'm like, I bet that's good.
Yeah.
Like, so I get pulled into those videos.
It's the motivation ones that get to me, and I'm like, oh, that's so good. What's the next one?
Getting that quick little dopamine hit.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
The power whatever.
Yeah. I mean,
Power pump.
It's powerful information, at least. I mean, because there's a lot of garbage that we could be consuming.
Totally.
So there is different frequencies of what's being broadcasted over there. But chat, I've been using that as a tool to kind of analyze some things as well.
How have you been using it?
So you more recent,
Mega prompts.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Same.
So
captions,
Yeah. Obviously, the way it can analyze the show for show notes.
Okay.
When we do Happy Friday America, it'll kind of help bullet point an article to make it a little bit more easy to present.
Okay.
Because that's more of a news-based show that we do.
Yeah.
So I try to use it as a tool to make what I need to do here a little easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same. I always just kind of dump, and then I make it organized for me, so that I don't have to like do all of that. My outlines for my podcast.
Yeah. Perfect.
I do a lot of like picture taking or like screenshotting and feeding it and being like, what can I do to do better?
Interesting.
I screenshot or I took a photo of my setup, and I was like, this is what it looks like. And it was like, make sure you're in the rule of thirds. Make sure that like you position yourself with just like a little bit of headroom, and then you want to. And then I was like, well, I have my dog in my dog's in there. It was like, no, that's great because it actually makes you seem relatable to your audience. And I was like, oh, okay. Come here.
Come on in here.
Yeah.
What's your dog's name?
Bruno.
Come on over here, Bruno.
I almost brought him.
Oh, Bruno. He would have been, I think, the second dog ever on the couch.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe next
Geronimo
time.
was the first.
Yeah,
Remember
Geronimo was super chill.
Geronimo was a cool dog.
What kind of dog?
He was a Shiba Uno. Or Shiba Inu.
Shiba Inu.
Yeah, Shiba Inu.
I don't know how to say
Shiba
it.
Inu.
Yeah, but I
Brie.
know what you were saying.
Yeah, you could smell what I was stepping in.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I have an important question.
What?
The chickens.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you love my I love my chickens.
I think about that sometimes. I'm like, oh, she's got those fresh eggs. Because I love chickens.
There's nothing that compares to fresh eggs.
Damn.
A lot of chickens.
It's a lot of good minerals and nutrients. Fresh eggs. I mean, I don't even know what we're eating from the grocery store, to be honest. I think
It's concerning.
it's like corn. You know how like corn's not really like it's so
It's like milled and all this.
well, it's so
What they grow it in.
gene tweaked
modified,
or
yeah.
gene modified.
GMO'd.
Yeah, GMO'd. That's like what store-bought eggs are, and store-bought eggs are like bleached.
They are bleached, yeah. Because like
I get the colorful ones.
yeah, the colorful ones are better, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but you don't know where the eggs are coming from. You don't feed the chickens yourself. I know what the chickens eat, and like they're just that much better. You know,
Yeah.
like knowing where your food comes from is so important. And so having the chickens, I know I can eat my eggs raw,
Damn.
and it's safe.
Yeah, because it makes sense. I mean, we used to do that way back in the day before it became a foodborne illness situation.
I
Right,
know.
salmonella.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's just because of the proper care of the
Right.
whole environment that these chickens live in. And I was actually having nightmares last night. I was like, I need to get out there and clean out their coop because I want them to be taken care of. I
Yeah.
want them to be in a really good environment. And I had like a dream last night that like they had like bugs on them, and I was like, oh my
Oh, no.
god.
oh yeah, you were definitely thinking about heavy on the
So how
subconscious.
often do you like? What is
Once a week.
Once a week.
Once a
okay.
week.
You got to muck
There-
their coop.
It was a whole like learning curve for me. I've never. I just got like a hair up my butt and went and got baby chicks.
Yeah.
Don't get baby chicks.
Okay.
They're cheaper, but they're also a lot of work. You have to get different equipment. You have to get like the heat lamp.
Oh yeah.
I had them inside my house, which was kind of cute, but like also not, because then like you have to the smell, and then as they get older, they start flying the coop. And anyways, but as long as you get a really good setup, it's really easy. I changed their like I have pine wood shavings for their bed, which you could use a lot of different things, but that's like the most, clean, bug repel. You want to put lavender in there so they don't have bugs. But I will say chickens poop a lot.
Okay.
And that's what I was like dreaming about. I was like, oh my God, I need to get out there. Anyways.
Isn't that good for compost? Like to redistribute as fertilizer?
yeah,
I thought
absolutely.
chicken shit was one of the best.
And it's really pure. It's not like, yes, it's poop, but it's also like really clean poop.
Okay.
You know where that poop is coming
Yeah.
from. It's from your like grass in your yard, and then
We
it
love clean
becomes
poop.
grass seeds.
Yeah.
Or seeds of grass, whatever.
Grass feed?
Grass feed.
Like fertilizer, right?
Yeah,
Essentially,
absolutely.
is that what it is? Because fish shit does the same. I used to when I did fish, I would take the fish water and water my plants with it.
Well, there's like a whole process, right? Like, and chickens are a piece of being a sustainable ecosystem. And so, yeah, I mean, there's a episode. Have you guys heard of the Zac Efron, like, episodes? I forget. It's on Netflix, but he goes around the world, and there's like an episode about
I remember the water one. I love that episode. Changed my mind on water.
Oh my God.
don't know. I
Don't
haven't
drink
seen it.
filtered water. That's like doing nothing.
Depletes your minerals. I tell people
Minerals.
this, and they're all like,
But there was an episode on that same series where they go and visit this farm where
Yeah.
this farm is like self-sustainable, and it's like it's a specific word that means that their waste and their water is recycled, reused, and every single piece of their ecosystem on that farm is just it's a regenerative
Regenerative
farm.
farming, yeah.
Yeah.
We did an event around that. And I learned a lot about regenerative farming.
Oh my God.
When like just in regards to what was that?
it was
the
grit together, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
grits.
What?
Yeah, this was a game changer for sure. Going to that event,
Yeah.
learned about rejuvenative farming, came up with the whole grit movement. A lot came from that.
I mean, I don't know why this information isn't so vastly
Because
spread.
it takes away all of these other industries. Just like so there's so much that I want to unpack on other things, and like now I want to talk about how watering your lawn is a waste.
There's a
of
whole
money.
rabbit hole.
What
Yeah,
about
you know.
raking your leaves?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want that in there. Like
It's
So
conspiracy here.
One question I
Yeah,
had about the
absolutely.
chickens.
Okay, yeah.
Before we go too deep.
Oh, yeah,
into
I had
other
to talk
things.
about, I had to talk
So
about chickens.
you're obviously eating the chicken eggs.
Yeah.
Do you eat them raw?
I mean, yeah, in my
Okay.
smoothies, I'll add if I need extra protein for the
That's
day.
good to know. I just
Yes,
had
no.
And
that's-
they're orange. They're not
the
yellow.
yolks are orange. Yeah.
The lighter the yolk, the less minerals it contains.
Okay,
so
so
it's
want
not
the
you
bright-
want the
healthy.
dark yolk.
Bright
Yes.
orange yolks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've definitely had fresh eggs. They're amazing. Sorry, continue.
No,
Yeah,
you're
they're,
okay. It's an exciting
I
topic.
I get excited.
Yes.
never eat eggs from the grocery store. Even before, I was like, I don't like eggs. I just got the chickens to like have chickens.
Okay.
But then I finally ate their eggs, and I was like, oh my god, they like I don't know what's in the store.
I
but
need to
this
try
is
like
an egg.
I want to
Oh, I
eat.
should have brought you some eggs.
I will
I was kind of
totally.
secretly
Oh my
hoping
God.
you would have.
Yeah.
Dang.
But that's okay. There'll be a next time.
Yeah, we'll
Okay,
continue
good,
to network.
good.
We can connect and do an egg exchange. I don't
Okay.
I don't know what I'll exchange for the eggs, but like we can figure
We should
something
go
out.
to a networking event.
That would be fun.
Yeah, so a
let's do
bunch
it.
of podcasters or whatever.
We're
Yeah.
down. We're
Cool.
down.
Let's do it.
But okay, so my deeper, darker question when it
Oh,
came to the
yeah.
chickens, because that was like my like intro question.
Okay.
So when the chickens are of age, do you ever eat the chicken? Do you eat your chickens?
That's a whole process. I'm not really. So, okay. One of my hens, when she first laid an egg, it's their one hole that stuff comes out of, fell out.
Okay.
Is there a word for that?
A vent.
A vent?
Yeah, it's a vent.
Is that the? I don't know.
That's the I think it's the correct term.
Vent?
A vent. So
Oh,
their
a vent.
their
Okay.
butthole is
Yeah.
actually called a vent,
Okay.
and it fell out.
The whole.
And it would like you could see her insides.
Oh, that's so
Oh,
sad.
wow.
It was really. She's still alive, like thank God, because like
Okay.
my guy at the time, thankful for him because he
Save that chicken's butt?
didn't want to hold her, so I offered to hold her, and yeah, he put the muscle back in, and then we had
Oh.
to sit there for like 20 minutes to retrain it to stay.
To hold.
like to control that bodily function.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Because they pass like I've seen like a 3D animation of like how the egg moves through, I guess, the vent.
Man,
It's
their
fa- it's
insides is so crazy. I mean, it's
They're
so
fascinating
elaborate
animal.
and complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is really interesting. Now, how many hens do you have?
I have 6.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's the
you have
like
a
allowed
rooster?
amount. I do have a rooster.
Because he's got to protect the hens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, roosters are actually a really important part of their ecosystem.
They're
And
the-
it's best to like let them naturally take care. You know, they bathe. So they're not all, they're not infested with bugs because they take care of themselves. They're really smart creatures. And people say you can't train them, but mine listen to me very better than my dog sometimes.
Really?
So, yeah.
I've heard roosters can be kind of
Yes.
defiant, I guess would be the word,
They're aggressive.
and very aggressive. But that's their nature, to protect the hens.
They're very, even just recently he started like, I don't know, I'm like, how do I say this appropriately? He was procreating with them, and his spurs will pull out their feathers.
Oh.
Especially, you could tell which one's his favorite because she'll have like missing feathers on her shoulders.
Damn, so he's so aggressive, he's doing sex with the hen, and
Yeah.
then injuries occur.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, at least they're having fun.
I mean, the only
I think the
downside for
rooster
me
is.
about that, because it affects their eggs.
Oh, okay.
So their feathers are made of protein, eggs are made of protein, and so if they have to regrow their feathers, they're gonna start like not laying eggs.
Okay, so the eggs don't lose like their nutrients, but they decrease in
Production.
frequency.
Correct. Because they have to use the protein that they do have to regrow their feathers.
What an amazing species.
Right?
I mean, it really is. Chickens have always amazed me.
So you don't eat your chickens.
No. I mean, I could.
Yeah.
Well, of course you could.
But well, there's also chickens that are not to eat.
Yeah.
Like roosters are typically not the one you want to eat, right?
Uh,
Because of like the testosterone rates in the meat or something.
Well, also we eat baby chickens. We don't actually eat full chickens.
Yeah, like I don't know like when a chicken is at a proper eating age.
Cuz like,
Slaughter.
Slaughter age.
the whole if you went into the store and you got a whole chicken, right? It's
Yeah.
like this big.
Yeah.
That's like right after they grow out of their chick phase. So
It's
it's
like
called
juvenile.
a pullet.
It's like 6 to 12
It's like a
months.
teenager.
Okay.
And so we're not eating mature hens. We're eating like the youth. We're eating the young.
Oh my
So I'd
gosh.
imagine you don't eat much chicken then.
I kind of don't. My dog does. I will eat chicken sparingly just
Yeah.
because
You got a little love for the animal.
yeah, I mean, I ate chicken the other night in a soup, but like it was like this much.
Oh, wow.
And it's just because, I don't know, I just kind of like not really into it anymore.
Well,
can see that.
Here's the shame. I'm happy what you're doing, so it's not a shame in what you're talking about. But like one of my friends was talking to me about how bad like deli meat is for us, and like it's definitely associated with colon cancer. And like I'm not a medical
I
expert,
bet.
so I heard that. Like I'm not saying
There's
that as a
definitely
fact.
a correlation.
But
It's processed.
But it's like all
Ultra-processed.
the easy things are just so unhealthy for us, and it's a shame too that like we can't trust the eggs at the grocery store. And I've seen eggs with the darker yolk.
Yeah.
And my wife, she loves eggs. Like that's like she'll eat them every single day. And she was like, these ones with the dark yolk. She was all like super stoked about them and like wanting to get more of those. And so like you saying that just confirmed it to me. Like that was actually
They're
a
so
higher quality
healthy
egg.
for you.
Yeah.
There's, I mean, so I started feeding my dog like they have these like
Farmer's
fresh farm.
dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like one step further, I just cook my dog food.
Yeah.
But, like good, regular, organic food. And he eats those eggs. His coat, his health, his weight, his nails, it's all completely changed. He's the softest dog I have ever petted.
Isn't that something,
His
though?
oils.
From the diet, yeah.
Yeah,
From the diet.
absolutely.
Because people are feeding them like, other dogs kibble and whatever the hell's in
Fillers.
that. Fillers.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's no good. All they're doing is shitting
It's
all the
lazy.
time.
It's just like the deli meat.
Talk
It's
about
like a
losing
lazy-
years on your life. You know?
Eating like shit.
That's why our dogs only live for like 10, 15 years because they're eating what's in a pebble? What's in a little kibble?
That's
Yeah.
a good point. We covered the world's oldest dog, and it was in Ecuador, I believe,
Oh, wow.
where they eat very clean, very healthy, and that's what the dog ate.
What was the age of the dog?
I think it was 31 or 30.
Wow.
Yeah, 31. And it was like a golden retriever.
Oh my
I forget
god.
that one.
Yeah, that was a Happy Friday one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope my dog that was my goal though, is
What's-
to like
what's his
longevity.
breed? Is it
He's
Bruno?
a Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Yeah, Bruno.
Bruno's
He looks like the
Chihuahua.
Taco Bell dog. Do you remember that?
Yo
Of
quiero
course.
Taco Bell.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks. So a lot of people are like, "Is that the Taco Bell dog?" I was like, "It's his great grandson."
Yes.
That's funny. Those
Yeah.
are kind of an exclusive breed to like a certain part of Mexico, aren't they?
I don't know.
Like I don't know if that's accurate or not. So I'm probably gonna have to
He's
ask
a
chat.
rescue.
He's a rescue.
I don't know how I was so blessed to like get him and not have someone else get him, because he's a really cute dog, and he's already like 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got Bruno. You got the hen. Do you name the hens?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's got to be fun.
Well, let's see. So there's Georgia, Zelda,
Oh, Zelda.
Penny, Penelope, but I call her Penny. And then there's Athens is the rooster. I've got 2 new chicks that are now pullets, and it's Jojo and Kiki. Kiki has like a mohawk too, but
Okay.
they're like kind of twins. They look
Which
like
one's
ravens.
feathers are going missing?
Zelda.
Ah.
Damn.
I know.
So Athens, the asshole, has a thing for Zelda.
Yeah, yeah. And now she's molting. So like once a year they like, in cartoons where chickens like explode and all their feathers. Well, that's like in reference to them molting. So
Okay.
she's losing all her feathers right now. So she regrows them for the winter. They all do it at different times though. So I'm just glad it's not the winter because she is naked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But who else? Oh, I've got Gwendolyn, Gwennifer. But I just call her
there's names
Gwen.
and nicknames. Of course, if you're
fun.
named, the nicknames have to. So, is there any name that isn't nicknamed? Like, you have a name, but like you can't make a nickname out of your name.
Zelda. What
Zell.
would that even be?
Zelly.
Like Zell.
Hey, Zelly.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I could. Well, actually,
Z.
Penny. I say Pen a lot.
Pen.
Pen. I think JJ could be JoJo.
Yeah, that would work.
Kiki.
So-
what would be Kiki?
K.
KK?
Yeah, but what if your name is K? then like, what would your nickname be? Kizzle?
You elongate it?
Yeah.
Or what?
I don't know.
Kizzle?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's an off topic. Like, I'm just like over here wondering like weird, obscure things.
But like back to the whole eating chicken thing. Do
Yeah.
you know the process?
No.
I learned it, and I choose to try to stay ignorant there because I'm not homesteading.
Well, it is a
want to.
curiosity of
It would be
mine,
nice.
but you have to obviously like break their neck,
Yeah.
and then you boil them, so all their feathers come loose.
So that's when the feathers come out, is after the boil.
After the boil,
Okay.
like open their pores,
Yeah.
and then you cook it. Have you ever seen chicken legs? Those freak me out now.
Yes.
Because I always think about my chickens, and I'm just like, oh.
No, but people eat the chicken
They do.
feet.
They pickle them
Right,
too.
right.
Like,
My friends in the South will do pickled pig's feet, pickled chicken's feet. There's really not much meat to it though.
But it's scales, so I can't even imagine.
There's no. You're not getting anything out of it.
You're-
I've tried them both.
you're only eating it with
Really?
like your front teeth.
I eat weird shit because I want to experience everything.
What was it like? Because I'm never gonna do it.
It's been so long. I'm trying to think where I even was. I think it was somewhere in the South. I just remember it not being very good. I'm like, this just seems like it's like the pickling flavor on a bone is what it felt like. And you're
Oh,
just kind of like
interesting.
gnawing on some chewiness of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't even imagine like if there's the chicken legs are like so
They're
thin.
Yeah.
So like, do you eat the scales?
I probably didn't do it right. You know, I love being around my redneck friends, and they probably
Mm.
were laughing at me because I wasn't doing it correctly. But at least I could say I experienced it.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
same with like squirrel,
How was that? Chicken? Eat?
gamey,
Okay.
smelled like rodent. I don't know if you've eaten rodents before.
Have
you-
you eaten rodents?
Well, I guess a squirrel. Isn't a squirrel a
I
rodent?
mean, I guess that you inferred it,
is.
but
It is.
Isn't a squirrel a rodent?
or I guess I
Yeah.
was thinking like a rat.
I don't think I've had rat.
Okay. That's what I thought when you meant rodent.
Your face when you asked that question was very telling of
eat
how you
rodents?
felt about
Yeah,
that.
no, I'm not over here running a guinea pig
All right.
operation here, eating rodents. But yeah, I like trying wild stuff. Turtle,
I've had frog legs.
frog legs,
Yeah.
escargot.
Okay. I passed on that. It just seemed too slimy.
How about Rocky Mountain oysters? I mean, it's a classic.
I mean, I've been to Buckhorn, but I don't know if I've ever eaten. I would.
You would try them.
Yeah, I would
See,
try
that's
that.
most people are like, ooh, no way.
I mean, I know what they are. I don't think most people do.
Bison-
Unless you're like
bison
from
balls.
here.
So they're either bison balls, big-headed ram, and sometimes beef, sometimes cow balls. It could be
Yeah.
any one of those three.
But they should tell you what kind of balls, right? Because
They're-
I don't think they clarify. Like,
No, it literally says it could be a mixture of any one of those.
Oh,
Sometimes
yeah,
they'll
so
ground
you
them
don't
up
know.
and then fry them as like a beef chip.
At Buckhorn?
I don't know about Buckhorn. I had these in Gunnison. This was
Yeah,
like some
Buckhorn
real
Steakhouse
This was
has
like
it.
some Billy Bob
Okay.
shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear that I don't know if this is right, but did you hear that the new Broncos stadium is going to be across the street
Yes,
from Buckhorn?
they signed a deal.
How do you feel about that?
I'm not a Bronco fan. I'm literally going to be in New England when this airs,
Oh, really?
going to the Patriots game.
Woo!
Yeah.
After last year, I've really gotten into sports because I really respect their mentality of like what they do and how their lifestyle.
They're severely conditioned.
Oh my gosh. Well, they're in a world where they really never know, which I am obsessed with knowing the direction or like the trajectory of my life, but they never know like if it's a win or lose, or if they never know one day to the next of what their life will hold, and they go so hard about it. I have a lot of respect for them.
oh yeah,
Yeah, pro athletes, I mean, they are,
Yeah.
you have to be mentally conditioned. Mental toughness is key in any of that.
Well, and I guess you just have to love what you're doing,
That too.
right? And just like be in it.
Some of them more than others, though, right? Because you see these guys get these $1 million contracts and then they're arrested for domestic charges and other things. So they're really not taking this opportunity to its fullest.
I don't know if I should bring this up, but it is a question of like, what, like, yeah, $1 million contracts, but then they're in these like very,
juvenile activities.
well, juvenile, and like they're like risking their whole life for things that are should be in their past, or like, you know, I mean, like, $1 million, having $1 million lifestyle, but then like still being a part of like the hood, or, you know, like I can't even fathom what that means. Because I'm trying to get out of the hood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I got out, wouldn't I want to be out?
Well, it's like it's an identification thing, right? And like our identities I believe humans are fluid in identity, but our egos want to identify as something definitive. And so so there's like different parts of the mind, and like the ego is what wants to be seen and understood and like proud to be something or what I'm part of this. And so until we can detach from like our ego of needing to define as something, then we're going to be stuck trying to define ourselves as something. And there is the like the complexity of understanding that is, you know, that you're fluid in who you are. So are you still stuck on old cycles and trapped there? And then that's normally when problems happen, depression, or you're starting to abuse stuff because you physically and subconsciously have grown, but you're still identifying because your ego's attached to this old identification. So there's like a whole thing there, and there's like a pride that is attached to anybody wanting to be part of any sort of club or gang or like whatever it is. So and then like you look like a bitch or whatever if you leave that. So then you lose your old relationships and people that you used to want their approval, and then now you're detaching from that. So I feel like anybody, regardless if it's like an athlete or whatever your past is, until you like let go of who you think you are, then you're never gonna be who you're meant to be.
I feel like that was my whole last year, and maybe that's why I like ponder about that, because I did have to leave a lot of things. Like, I didn't think I was going to do a podcast. I thought I was on the trajectory that I was on, and that I was going to, you know, end up on the like highest level of running a nonprofit. And I had to let go of what I thought that was going to look like. And like you said, like, you know, be the person that it took to go through that. And then now what you just said about to become the person that you're supposed to be or that you're gonna be. I
feel like I'm on like my 9th version of who Arthur Raw is. Like
going through that update.
Yeah, there's like been multiple versions. Yeah. And like sometimes I retract a little bit. Like my version before this one, I weighed a little bit less. I was eating a little bit more healthy, and like, so breaking the stereotypes of like you get into a relationship and then you put on the relationship weight, like I fell back into that stereotype. So, you know, wanting to be more active and conscious about my food and fasting, because we eat too much. Like as a society, like I really think just like
way too much.
One good meal with like a couple healthy snacks is really
all you need.
I find myself overeating so easily, even when I'm not trying to eat much. Like it's crazy to me. It's just crazy to me.
That's where I was when I was here last time. I was like overeating, double fried food, and you know, with that point is like you have to give yourself grace, and you have to allow yourself to evolve. You have to allow yourself to become who you're gonna be. And I think if we like hold on too tight, we're really putting up our own roadblocks from like being a fluid type person, right? Or being a person.
I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, I talk about all the time, Complacent Boulevard is a great place to be. It's easy. It's comfortable. You got all the junk food you want, marijuana, beer in the fridge. That's Complacent Boulevard. You know, you got to mash the gas, break down that barrier, and go full send highway. That's where the opportunity is, right? But I get it. I mean, we live in a world where it's just easier to stay complacent. And that's fine for some people. I'm not saying everyone needs to be, you know, everyone's a star, you know, everybody can twinkle, right? But it's like, you know, I'm not judging people
that follow through really matters, though.
It does.
We can all twinkle.
It does.
You know, but it's just not that I judge people that, you know, want to eat McDonald's and watch Netflix all day. Do you?
Yeah.
You know, that's their choice.
But I think that new stadium across the street from.
Yeah, back to that.
I think it's going to do really good for that business over there.
Buckhorn? Oh,
Yeah.
I think so too.
It already does good business. I mean, it's Denver's oldest restaurant.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have a second location or something.
I mean, or like a renovation extension.
I just don't
Oh,
know why
yeah.
they need a new stadium. I mean, I've been to a lot of stadiums around the country, and Mile High is pretty nice.
I think so too.
I saw Metallica there over the summer, which was the greatest concert I've ever seen. I mean, it was fantastic.
And I've heard that they've invested a lot in the current stadium, even though they're going to spend money on building a new stadium.
Well, yeah, they just put up that whole new, like, what do they call it, the big board, the Megatron, so you can watch the game.
And then like
Oh,
all the
really?
cameras and stuff.
Yeah, they upgraded their Wi-Fi in there. All right, we got a buddy that did their entire fiber optics. It's like you did all these stadium upgrades, and you're like, the hell with it. We'll just build a new one.
It's all about the money and like keeping it going. Like, do we really need all this construction all the time? And since I mentioned it earlier, like the whole lawn care industry, I believe to be
Oh.
a complete scam. So
It's a business.
So we cut our lawns, which is non-native grass that is there, to water it with a precious resource that the world needs, to put these
God, yeah.
fertilizers on here to remove the insects that the birds eat. Like,
It's a business.
I'm not a homeowner, but when I am one, I'm going to have like a very natural front lawn.
Xeriscape.
Yeah, xeriscaped lawn.
Yeah, I'm definitely moving in that direction because it's a lot of water.
And then people are judging you if like your grass isn't.
Yeah, you'll start hearing things
You
from
know,
the HOA.
Or my neighbor was like, "You need to rake your lawn," and I was like, "Actually, I saw recently that you should leave your leaves because it's mulch and it feeds your grass, so it'll be better for the next year."
Yeah.
And now she doesn't complain because she wants the grass to look great.
Yeah.
But there you go. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. It's conditioning, right?
Yeah.
But the problem is you're going to have HOAs, which is, where most homes are in modern builds. They're going to be like, they start complaining. You get like a note on the door. Jamie dealt with that all the time.
It's
Really?
so they can feed the okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go a little bit down a rabbit hole here of conspiracy.
Oh yeah, we're definitely over
and
on
it's-
time, but we're going full send on this
Okay.
one.
Look,
Cool.
it's just all there's like three companies, BlackRock, this other. There's like three companies that own every company. They own Pepsi and Coca-Cola.
What?
And so there's really only three companies that own everything. And
Oh, yeah,
they
okay.
they all own stocks in each other, and they're all like the major shareholders of everything. So, and they all have like this triple control over each other's company. And so, like, it's all just a big blanket.
I have heard about that. Like the three companies, and then they kind of just branch out into different
Yeah,
names
they
and
all
different
own
foods,
everything.
different industries.
Yeah, always got to be careful putting information like that out there. But
Well, talk about absorbing and like only having so many industries. Netflix buying Warner Brothers. Did y'all hear about that?
yeah, it's a massive investment. Nothing's final though.
What do you mean?
They're still in negotiations.
What? I thought it was final.
They can back out.
Because they put the Netflix symbol over the Warner Brothers water tower.
Did they do that?
They did that.
I might
They
be
did it
behind.
like that.
I might be behind, but because that's what I was hearing is it was a proposal. They were going to move forward with it, and then they were like, "But we might not."
This is news to me.
Yeah.
I need to go dive deep later.
Yeah, maybe
News
it's
to me
done.
too.
I don't know. I heard about the acquisition. It was like $22 billion.
Which is going to be crazy because then like Disney already owns Hulu. I believe
Marvel
they just
and
bought
all that.
HBO.
Yep.
So like there's only going to be 3 different media companies at this point, and in order to access any of that media or archive, we have to buy into the top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a business. All of it. It's all about. It's it's capitalism.
I think
Yeah,
it's
so
going
we
to
gotta break.
self-destruct.
We gotta break into this and like keep being creators. So
Yeah.
is that the freedom for everybody?
Independent.
Is create stuff, get your voices heard, get off the phones.
Yep.
And then break some of the societal trends.
The monopolization of it.
Yeah. And don't be eating grocery store eggs because that's a bunch of.
Attention, the bullshit meter has detected major BS.
Oh yeah, we didn't use the button.
We had to get it in.
Yes, we did. We just used it. What am I talking about?
Yeah, we got it in. This one flew by. Like we've been jamming here
Good.
for an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fellow podcaster to podcaster.
Yes. Well, congrats on the podcast.
Thank you.
Congrats on the book.
Congrats on the
Thank
book.
you. It's
Yes.
gonna be one of 3, and then I have 2 others lined up that are more of like one's called Paid to Create, and the other one's called The Creative is Not the Problem. The creative, not the problem, is more about like the theory and the ideology around our value and self-trust and making sure that like we're owning what we like, ownership and control of our own work. And then the Paid to Create is just really talking about how we should ask for more. I mean, we create.
I love that message.
The beautification of our city, you know, that has a lot to do with all of the artists, local, independent, small, big. And we need to make sure that we're getting a cut in this, like, I don't even know what it is this year. I think last year it was, oh my God, 17 billion or something like that generates in this city alone.
Oh, wow.
And it's like all these artists are starving, so where's our cut of that? But they're really outsourcing their revenue or they're paying artists very minimal and then generating so much revenue. Oh, speaking of NIL, I know it's not recent, but I just saw this show called The Money Game, and it's about LSU, like Angel Reese, Flage.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Jaden Daniels is now the quarterback for the Commanders, the Washington Commanders, and they did a whole like documentary. It's on Amazon Prime, and they talk about like the rule change for the NIL for the NCAA.
Okay.
And women basketball players in the WNBA, their first year averages $75,000, whereas a first year rookie in the the male league, NBA, $12 million for a rookie. What disparity! That blows my mind.
Yeah, I remember seeing some of this, but then like the ticket sales, like it like cost them money to host the game because no one goes to them.
There's a lot of factors to it.
Like I've heard that, but still, like, you know, why? And I've heard a lot about women getting paid less at the same position and like a corporate gig too. So
yeah,
like it's not that event is not segregated to like
just
basketball.
Sports. Yeah. Because you get multi-million-dollar deals as a male rookie. And then you get like $75,000. Like,
you need roommates.
That was my last corporate job I got.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's not enough. You know, in the theme scheme, you know, with pro sports and what entry level bench warmers they call them, $400,000 just to sit on a bench. There's definitely area for opportunity there. I don't really watch the WNBA. I know Caitlin Clark's like a badass.
Oh yeah, yep.
So you know, I hear that, but yeah, it's, you know, the NBA is a conglomerate.
Yeah.
Right, just like the NFL and just like the NHL. Shit, even hockey. Those guys are the lowest paid amongst the pro sports.
What's their pay like?
I don't know, but for what they put in, for how many games they play, like
they don't even have teeth.
A lot of them don't have teeth.
I want to do an episode around this, like about, you know, they invest so much. I'm so glad they're allowing the name, image, likeness now, because what do athletes in college? They don't have the time or the capacity to get a job. So they have to capitalize on their name, image, likeness while they're in the sport. There was a gymnast on that, Olivia Dunn. Yeah. And she, I mean, if the next step after college is the Olympics. If she doesn't do the Olympics, she doesn't, you know, she's not going to get a job in college because she's fully dedicated to gymnastics. I mean, it's poverty for these athletes.
Yeah.
And then, just, I don't know, I want to do a whole season about the disparity and how that's crazy.
Yeah, that would be interesting to explore.
That's rock.
Because there's got to be some rocks that need to be, you know, overturned and see what's going on. There's obviously a lot of greed, control, money manipulation. I mean, that's pretty much through everything we talked about with corporations. It's affecting everything, all of it. So I'd be interested to tune in to hear that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
I put a cap on that. I'm gonna say that our mentality will shape our existence, for sure. So if anyone is like experiencing despair and you're just in that, it can be difficult when you're in the darkness to see the light. However, that is the only time when it matters. So like that's when we got to like really shift our mentality and like do our best to try to break the rules. Because what I found is like all the rules that people told me, like they don't fucking apply. And it's because I started making up my own rules to like how I think reality works for me. And I believe in placebos. So if like I believe it myself, then, you know, just like the artist thing we're talking about at the beginning, like believing in your worth, like until you can do that, then it's never going to actually happen.
You determine your value. You can't allow other people to determine that for you because it's always going to be low.
Even though they're already doing that. So it's like that's the uphill battle.
For sure. Speaking of that, I wanted to ask, do you guys do sponsorships? Do you guys reach out to brands to get any sort of like monetary transaction for like, I mean, you guys have the numbers for it.
Yeah, we could talk a little about off mic. I'm actually in a negotiation right now with one, so I'm not going to say anything regarding that. But
Yes.
yeah, we can get into that after the show. That's
Okay,
some
cool.
good. That's some good DCPC after hours.
Okay, awesome. I love DCPC after hours.
That's a tongue twister, isn't it? Great episode. This flew by. We just scraped
Cool.
the surface. There's
Yeah.
so much more we could have gone into. This could have been a 3-hour Rogan.
I
Yeah,
had to
absolutely.
forget questions that I had because we were moving.
I
I was
had-
like,
I
I
had
got
to-
to forget about some of
I
these.
had to get the chicken one in. That was important.
Oh man, I'm sorry I didn't bring you guys eggs.
No, that's okay.
Next time.
Now we have a reason
Next
to
time. Cool,
connect
cool.
at the
Yes.
networking event. You can bring us
we
eggs.
should. We should like find one. If I find a good one, I'll send it over.
Yes.
Sweet.
We're
Sounds good.
all about it. There's always there's a hunger for podcast events, and like people want to get together and experience what we're experiencing here tonight.
Okay.
And that's having a great conversation
Yep.
and a great episode.
Awesome.
Strong to 26. I can sense your momentum. I got to change my food momentum this year already, and then
Yeah.
keep up your non-sugar momentum.
Non-sugar momentum.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I'm enjoying the no sugar. So, hey, we got some big things, big goals. We're not done. We're just getting started.
Yeah.
Train's just leaving the station and accelerating.
2026 is gonna be great.
It is going to
go.
be great. Believe and achieve. Let her rip, tater chip.
That's old school stuff.
Keep it going. Keep it rolling.
Full send, own it.
Yeah. What would your slogan be?
Oh my gosh, I'm on the spot now. My slogan, momentum has to go somewhere.
I like that. Yeah, you said that earlier. That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Momentum has to go somewhere.
Yep.
Where focus goes,
Keep it pushing.
energy flows.
Yes.
Let's
Sweet.
do this.
Let's sign off. This was good. 308, great number.
Yay.
It's amazing when we've done this many. Thanks for everyone that supports this YouTube channel or wherever you're listening to us. We will see you on Happy Friday tomorrow. Be good to yourselves.
You deserve it.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's do the